goal of this call is to help you guys to just to get unstuck if you are stuck, and of course if you're not stuck, then simply maybe you can learn something from my mistakes, and so you can go to the right direction. That's it. That's the whole goal. Does anybody wants to share what do you think? Why do you need to launch a product? And what's the point of the launching a product? And what is the product launch? And I want you to understand that that Amazon business is like a recipe. I can maybe pull out another slice here that speaks about that. 1 second. It's a recipe. A recipe means that you need to do right things at the right time. I mean, at the beginning, 2014, when I started, it was kind of like we're developing few products, like some duffel bag and some toiletry bag, and it took ages because we started to customize the products, which we should not have done. And then finally, when I got sick of all this customization, I just went to the Alibaba, asked from one supplier, hey, can you give me this luggage scale, the scale you can weight luggage in airports? And I was checking on Amazon, it sold for $15. And with the shipping price from China, I got this product for $3.70, and I could buy 300 units. And so basically, we are still developing these other products we wanted to release already 4 months or 3 months. I think already 4 months. Started in June, so it was in October. And so I asked like supplier, hey, can you just ship 300 units to Amazon, see what's going to happen? And of course, we paid 400 euros for really good listing images. That was a good thing actually we did, because thanks to these images, we were able to get clicks and sales later. But the funny part was that when Amazon, our products arrived to Amazon, Amazon lost most of them immediately. And I think that was only 100-something units which arrived there. And we did some giveaways. I mean, giveaways, like giving away products and manipulating Amazon rankings was it was like the normal day-to-day business, like many years. And we are still doing it. We are still doing giveaways, and we're still ranking products to the first pages, but it's simply not so easy anymore. And believe me or not, like 5 years ago, when you make an ad on Facebook that, hey, there's one product for $1, do you want this? And everybody wanted it. Now you make an ad like there's a product for $1. I mean, it's often you don't even get any clicks. And so back then we just run a giveaway. We run a giveaway, and we were on the first page in 2 or 3 days. And again, the next funny part was that we forgot to shut it down when somebody shared the coupon code, basically our product was wiped out at some point. But then Amazon found our other products, like the products they were lost, and so we got back stock. And so all that crazy stuff that can always happen. And back then when we started, it was okay to just do random things. Like you put product on Amazon, okay, let's make images. Now let's just dump all the keywords in, do this or do that. And it kind of took off. I mean, especially when you did the giveaways. And we just gave 90% of coupon codes on Amazon, on Facebook. And boom, products were on the first page, and they're picking up sales. And even for this, I remember back then, a lot of sellers didn't do that because it was too complicated for them to set up Facebook ads. But I mean, if you want to sell, then you need to get visibility. And so let me go back to this recipe thing and not doing things randomly anymore in 2020. So in 2020, now the more time goes past, for me, I personally see all the time that Amazon is like a recipe. So recipe means that you have ingredients, right? So what is your ingredients? Your keywords, your listing images, your headline, the stuff right? And then you have the step-by-step action plan, right? And the thing is with the action plan is that it actually needs to be time bound, like you cannot use these ingredients in the wrong order, and you cannot use these ingredients in wrong time. And by the way, this reminds me that Tony is cooking, so happy cooking. So anyway, to cook a great dish, so you need to follow the recipe. And I'm going to give you some examples here in just a second. But basically, you need to use correct ingredients and do in correct order, in correct times in between. And otherwise, you will just get something like this, right? You're not able to get something pretty. And it's the same thing with Amazon Success, right? So in Amazon Success, you also have these stages. I mean, I don't know, does any other, I mean, I think a lot of big sellers still use stages, but we have these stages, and here are a few of them, right? So product development, recipe preparation, product launch, optimization, product ranking. I mean, you can also put shipping there as a stage if you want to. But basically, Amazon Success is also like a recipe. It has these stages and action steps and end results. And these are like your kind of ingredients or action, like action items. And you can, if you want to, let's take this cake, right? If you want to create a cake like that, it's just using random ingredients, taking random actions and random times, probably will not make you this cake, right? You will get something like this, right? If you really like the worst thing is that, if you do random things and random times on this moment without realizing the big picture, I'm not saying that you cannot do random things, random time, but at least you need at the beginning, when your product hits the Amazon, then you need to use the recipe. And the worst thing is that at the beginning, when your product hits the Amazon, it's like, if you don't use the recipe, the worst thing is that you spend a fortune, time and money trying to make things work. But, the thing is that you have something maybe not so good to work with. And basically, there's a lot of things we can discuss here, but let me give you examples since I promised you some. So, for example, if you don't get reviews before you start ads, your ads produce wrong information. And with this wrong information, you will start doing wrong things, right? You think your product sucks. Maybe you think your product listing sucks. Maybe you think whatever. And then you start doing better images, better bullets, maybe optimizing keywords while you had to have reviews, right? Maybe you skipped the keyword research or didn't do the keyword research and didn't create yourself a keyword strategy, and you're hunting yourself on wrong keywords. Maybe you don't even realize that the keywords are really important on your Amazon listing. So you are hunting wrong keywords, which means is that you are placing your product amongst other sellers who have really strong listings, and there are huge amounts of supply. And now, since you have 300 units, you're not getting somewhere because there's so much competition in front of you. Instead of when you have newly launched product, why don't you position yourself on long tail keywords where you have less competition? You can find still those golden nuggets, and you can get faster to organic sales. So what I mean by doing things in wrong time, wrong order, means that your actions, there's so many things you can do, and there's so many actions you can take. And if you don't know the big picture on these stages, then it might be that it's not a product issue that you have. It's a knowledge and action issue. And you're kind of confused. You don't know what to do, in which order. And believe me, guys, I've been there, been doing that, being there millions of times. What I want to say is that I want to go through some stages with you this moment, just quickly. And this way, so you can remember what are these stages and what are the end results of every stage. And then we can also quickly speak about the product launch and why product launch is important and how to do properly product launch. All right, cool. So as we discussed, first thing you do is you find your product idea, you wrap up the numbers. This is the research development stage. And when your product is ready to manufacture, you manufacture it, and then you ship it to Amazon, right? So when you ship your products to Amazon, by this time, you should have done already product blueprint. You already know exactly all these important things for your products. Like, for example, you can already tell yourself, me, and your friends why somebody should buy your product instead of other people's products. And you should you should be able to say this to me in 10 to 30 seconds, and you should be able to show that on your listing in less than 10 seconds, which I spoke about in the images Zoom meeting, where you can place an infographic, which is extremely powerful way to show why your product is better than others. But anyway, so your product is shipped to Amazon. Next stage, preparation stage. Preparation stage is the stage where you prepare your product listing. It means that you create your images, your copywriting, your keyword research, and of course you calculate all your budget, how much you can spend money now, how much stock you have, how much this stock can make you profit, and how much you can use now money on different marketing activities. If you have 300 units, you and you have $5 net profit, then you can spend $1,500 in order to, before you go to break even, right? So now you have $1,500 to make your listing, rank your product, get to the first page, and start selling organically, because your goal is not to become millionaire because you only have 300 units, right? Your goal is to what? To reorder. And when you reorder, like, let me give you an example. If you want to reorder your product, and let's say a supplier asks for maybe a few $1,000s, then obviously you want to have a confidence, right? You want to have confidence that, okay, let's reorder. This product is good. I'm confident I want to sell this product, right? So now in preparation stage, where you make yourself a listing, then you have limited amount of budget. And with this limited amount of budget, you need to make good listing, right? And you need to get reviews. And your end goal is that you have at least, in my opinion, in our company, we have at least 5 reviews. We don't start ads, we don't start any marketing activities before we have at least 5 to 10 reviews. It's up to you guys how many you want them, but in my opinion, the 10 is actually minimum. And you know, reviews can be costly, and it's different ways how you get reviews. We are getting reviews through product inserts. We have a product inserts where we give away certain things, and we speak with people and we ask them to review a product. Anyway, so end result of the preparation stage is your product is active and you have at least 5 reviews. Remember this. Okay, now you're ready to launch. Ready to launch. So next stage, launch stage. So what do you do in launch stage? After launch stage, by the way, comes optimization stage, and then we're going to go ranking stage, and then last stage is actually profit stage. So in the launch stage, we are not making money. Remember this. Launch stage is not about making money. So what is launch stage all about? Now your listing is ready. It stands on Amazon, right? So your goal now is, as I said before, you want to be confident that you can reorder and send more stock to Amazon, right? Because it's going to cost you money, right? And now your goal is to find out, with this $1,500 you had, you know, means that if you have, I can explain one more time, if you have 300 units, one unit can make you $5 profit, net profit, then this is amount you can spend before you go to break even, right? And if you spend more, you go to loss with the first order, right? Just for you to know. Okay, so so now you have these 300 units and this money, you created your listing and you started to launch. You have some 5 reviews too, and let's launch now, right? So the first mistake when launching the product, and the biggest mistake, and everybody can raise their hand, I can raise 2 hands on this, who made this mistake a million times, is you launch your product on, you dump many keywords on your listing, crazy amount of keywords. You try to dump their crazy amount of keywords, and now you start Amazon ads. And what's worst thing is that you start Amazon ads and you dump all these keywords into these Amazon ads. That's even worse. You know what? Because you know, the thing is that you have limited amount of money, right? And we had some food products we sold where one click cost us $2, $3, $4. And I have many friends who launched first product, and when they start Amazon ads, then boom, suddenly the click price was crazy. And you know, 10 clicks is already $20 lost, boom, gone. And with loss, no sales, right? And so you have to use your money wisely. I'm pretty sure you agree on that, right? We need to use our money wisely. Okay, that we can agree on this. So how do you use money wisely when you launch your product? Well, in the launching stage, the goal of the launching stage is to validate your listing attractiveness, quality, and product quality. Again, you made your listing, right? And now you want to start making money, but how do you know your listing doesn't suck? Maybe you think that, oh, I made this really pretty, you know, my phone pictures there, and you know, I made a copy myself, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I know it's amazing. And then actually it sucks. It sucks big time. And if you don't know that, and if you think that, but my listing is amazing, it's great, la la la, then what do you say to yourself? Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe your competitors are 10 times better. And now you're dumping all that money into the ads and hoping, like this, hoping, I've been done that myself, don't worry, hoping that you start making money, right? And you know, it doesn't work. That's the thing, you know, so because with Amazon ads is that Amazon doesn't even give you a lot of power and a lot of visibility at the beginning, when especially when you're a new seller. And so your goal is to validate your listing quality, health, and attractiveness on certain keywords. So every keyword is a sales channel. Every keyword is a lottery ticket. Now you need to decide how much money you can waste on ads, because in the launching stage, you are buying information. You can write down that I'm buying information. So when you launch your product, then you need to start ads in a way that you can get and collect minimum 20 clicks per keyword, or ideally 5 sales per keyword. Okay, let me give you an example. So instead of dumping 100 keywords into the ads, you should dump there maybe 5 keywords with exact match campaign on top of the search, search targeting, and then collect at least 20 clicks on your main keywords from top of the search with exact match. This way, click-through rate and conversion rate will tell you when you get 20 clicks minimum per keyword, and these numbers will tell you, is your listing attractive, healthy, good or not? And it also will tell you on which keywords your listing is attractive, healthy, good or not. You know, I always told that take launching as your product validation. Like you paying Amazon ads, so people can click your product, and these clicks, they tell you, is your product listing actually good or not? And believe me, guys, a lot of people overestimate their product listing. Overestimate a lot, especially if you haven't done the perfect product blueprint, which I talked in the second Zoom call. Check it out in the channels. This is absolutely must for every single Amazon seller. And you know, you think listing is good, but actually not. So end result of the launching stage, you need to read search term report, and you need to get keywords which have at least 20 clicks, and ideally have at least 3 or 4 or 5 sales. These keywords will tell you, is your listing ready to rank and ready to rumble? Are you ready for races? Are you ready to go? So, so what it means that what usually people do wrong is when they dump a lot of ads, like, and actually, like, this is what we did at the beginning as well. We started automatic ads, we started broad campaigns, we started phrase campaigns, we started exact campaigns. And what happens is that you get one click everywhere, like one click, many places, one clicks. Like you have basically your search and report in 1 month looks like maybe there's 2 or 3 or 4 keywords which got like 20 clicks. And then you have this crazy amount of keywords which just have one click. Maybe some of them have 1 sale, maybe 0 sales. Most of 0 sales, few of them have 1 sale or 2 sales, right? But you know, all these clicks, all these one clicks, all this one action on one keyword, this keyword, you cannot validate that keyword. You cannot tell that, okay, this is the race, or this is the keyword I want to start ranking and going to the top now and increase my sales, and this is where I'm going to go now. This is my area. This is where people like to click my product. You know, yeah, you need to collect at least 20 clicks or 3 or 4 or 5 sales on a keyword in order to validate that keyword. Because, again, then these keywords will tell you how attractive you are. I know, guys, without slides, everything I'm telling you right now maybe sound like a rocket science, or it's a weird, it's crazy. And you know, that's why we have these trainings. That's why we do these trainings. That's why I'm doing these trainings, to train my own people, so it doesn't look like rocket science. And that's why, you know, if I'm going to explain you how to bake a cake here, it's also might be feeling that, you know, what are you talking about, right? But you know, using ingredients in correct time, in correct format, in correct time frame is the same thing, right? All right. So what I want to see at the end of the launch, what I personally want to see at the end of the launch is I want to see 5 keywords which bring me, each keyword bring me at least 3 to 5 sales. And if every keyword didn't bring me 5 sales, then at least I want to see every keyword has at least 20 clicks. And then I can validate based on this how attractive my listing is. If you have lots of units on Amazon, you have more money to spend, of course, spend it on more keywords, maybe 10, 15, 20 keywords. But remember, if you get only 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks on that keyword, then this keyword is not valuable for you. You cannot validate your listing quality and health. And when you cannot validate listing quality and health, then basically you don't know how to spend your money and where to spend your money and how do you spend your money. That's why people feel insecure to reorder products, was that, you know, the product kind of sells and it kind of doesn't sell. It's kind of like maybe sells 1, 2 units or 3 units per maybe week or maybe per day, and it kind of doesn't sell. So sometimes it doesn't sell, sometimes it sells, and kind of the product is like in no man's land. You know, it's not really successful, and it's still, you know, it's actually losing money on ads, you know, and this is really often what happens to the people, right? And the reason it happens to the people is because they skipped steps. They skipped these stages, and they skipped steps. So what I mean by steps is that like they want to make money, but they never validated their attractiveness on the keywords. Like if you have 5 main keywords, when you buy advertisement on these keywords, then these ad results will tell you actually like how good is your keywords, like product is performing on that keywords. And when you know that your product is performing, even the keyword is really expensive and you're losing money on it, then you have you now based on numbers can say that, okay, now I can bump more money into these keywords. I'm going to do the search, find and buy. I'm going to product rates. I'm going to do more ads on these keywords, and I'm going to rank myself up on that keyword because on the ad results, I saw that this keyword can make me going. Okay. But most of the people just dump keywords on product, then they dump keyword on ads, and then they raise their hand and let's hope now for the best. But you know, and what happens is that, you know, Amazon is giving you visibility in all these places, like all these different places, right? But in order for you to rank, you need to get someone to search certain keyword, then go to your listing from that keyword, press the buy button, and then pay for it, right? Then Amazon will increase your ranking. And now, while you just have $1,500 left, why should you advertise everywhere? Just get one click here, one click here. Okay, you get one click from here, Amazon ranked you up a little bit. You get one click from here, Amazon ranked you up a little bit. And now you get this little bit ranking everywhere. Like maybe you're swimming in these pages between 20 and 300. You're swimming in these areas, right? And your money is gone. Like next thing you know, your money can be gone. Boom. And this is the place where you kind of don't know. It's kind of selling and it's kind of don't sell. And your ads are also sometimes not performing well because you're getting traffic from so many places, and a lot of places are not even valuable or good for you. And that's what really is popular stuff, popular mistakes that we have done and many people are doing. I think at last call I showed that Bluetooth speaker had like 70,000 phrases, right? 70,000 different ways to sell the product. I mean, every keyword is somebody's typing in that keyword and searching that, right? And so if you are able to choose, okay, instead of putting these hundreds of keywords into my listing, I have only 300 units, right? Remember, I only have 300 units. So instead of putting all these keywords into listing, why don't I just put 20 or 10 or 15 these keywords, which are really long tail, and have just few people there? I can be on first page immediately. Sales are kicking in, or just with few giveaways, few rankings, few search, find, and buys, I will be on first pages, and I'm making organic sales, and the organic sales are profitable sales, and that's how the snowball effect starts to take off on Amazon. You need to get sales. But if you just wasting all the sales you're getting is through advertisements, and you're not putting all that money into focused areas, and instead of you wasting all that money in all the ad places, then your organic sales cannot kick in because you're getting one click everywhere. Instead of getting one click everywhere, get 20 clicks in one place where you know that you are good. On that keyword, you are good. On that keyword, click-through rate is high, conversion rate is high. This keyword has proven this to yourself. Why don't you just waste all that money that you want to waste on all the places and want to become millionaire in 1 week? Why, instead of just taking this money and putting on one keyword and getting boops to the first page, and then you can make already profits, right? Your profits will kick in instead of like losing money on ads.